Yes, hello. My name is Cecelia. Um,
Tell me about the last 11 years, Cecilia.
Last 11 years, I was homeless off and on. Lived in Texas, so they're not the most friendly state. And really, just trying to work. And even though you have a job, doesn't mean you have a home.
Facts.
A lot of people think, well, if you're working, why can't you afford this or that? It's not that simple. You really have to go through that to understand why it's not that simple. I was working all the time, but yet I still couldn't afford the rent, the deposit, the whole thing when it comes to, because in Texas the pay is less, but the rent is more. So, you can never really catch up on what you need to save to be able to have a place to live. But for the last 7 years of the 11, I had my dog, and
What's her name?
Chocolate Tuffy.
Chocolate Tuffy.
Yes, and when I rescued her from some people who stole her from her original owners. She was only 3 weeks old, and so I was her mom. I was bottle feeding her and caring for her and working full time. And she had to go to a little sitter during the day while I worked. And, it was hard. And then I ended up losing my apartment because the apartment I lived in before I rescued her was no pets. So I ended up losing my apartment. But better to lose my apartment than my dog.
That's right.
Because four walls don't give you nothing. And so her and I ended up being homeless and staying in a shelter. And that shelter was a unique shelter because they allowed you to keep your dogs. They had the kennel for the dog, and the care for the food and the vet and the whole thing. So that was a blessing that we didn't literally have to just be on the streets, because that obviously would not got us nowhere. So I continued working and taking care of her in the kennel. And, we went on like that, off and on like that for 7 years.
How was it transporting a dog, your stuff, between housing and the streets? Was that hard?
Yes, extremely. We ended up coming back out here to California in 2018. I'm from here. This is my home. And so being homeless here in LA was way different than in Texas. It was better in some ways, worse in others. The people here are much meaner. So when you're homeless on the streets and you're a female, men are violent out here, and so we got into many fights. And
Would you say Chocolate protected you?
yes, she did. She is, and will always be my absolute support system. I wouldn't have made it without her. I wouldn't have made it in the right way without her. I would have ended up probably in prison or dead. To be honest, just trying to make ends meet is extremely difficult. And sometimes, things come along that you shouldn't do, but you will do. And, you end up in the wrong end of something. So because of her, I don't engage in anything.
So you'd say she kept you out of trouble?
Yes.
She keeps you in line?
She does.
That's awesome.
She toes the line, yeah. She does not play. She's the warden, as I call her. She's the warden. So yeah. So right now we're staying in a shelter, but we do have housing.
Yay!
I'm waiting any minute now, any day, for us to move into our permanent placement. And, it's not no SRO or nothing. It's an actual regular apartment that we're moving into. And to say I'm chomping at the bit is a very serious understatement.
How do you feel about having your own place finally? Not an SRO, not a temporary housing, not a shelter. How does it feel? Do you feel
exhilarating? Yeah. To quote a movie, I feel like I can finally exhale.
Yes.
Get up every day and know that this is mine. Now Section 8 is going to be paying the base of the rent, and then I have a 30% of the little income that I don't have. because I'm on GR, so, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm a very resilient person, and I don't take no for an answer. So, I just make the best of the little bit I'm given. And a lot of people think, well, I'm only on GR, I can't do anything. No, the only thing limiting a person is themselves.
That's right.
And if you accept no for an answer, or if you take, the limitations that life gives you and just settle for that, then that's all you're ever going to have. I'm not a weak person. I'm just put into a bad situation. So what I would really appreciate from folks is maybe some love and, help me furnish my apartment and, just feel like I truly have something that's actually mine.
And what did we say? New place, new start?
Yes.
New stuff.
Yes.
So that's what, and then right now, the chocolate baby, is there anything for her? We made an Amazon, guys, you can't see me right now, but you can see Cecelia. We made an Amazon wish list just for her. If you want to help her out, furnish her house, get her a fresh start for her and her chocolate baby. You'll be seeing pictures soon. We would appreciate it. Please check my link tree out. You will find the link to her Amazon wish list. Is there anything that you want to tell people who are struggling right now or who are in the same situation as you?
I want to speak to the ladies, because men, you're men. You should be able to do for yourself. But ladies, we're the ones that always have the problems. We're the ones that are always put down. We're the ones that are always told we can't do it. Excuse the chair. We're the ones that are always told we can't do it and expected to settle for less or settle for a man that don't want to do anything good for us. So what I would like to tell you is my husband passed away in 2019. And now it's just been us, and it will remain just us. I don't need a man in my life. I don't need somebody who's going to tell me what I should do when I have a good, strong mind and I can tell myself. So, ladies, what I would like to tell you, if you're in a similar situation to me, never take no for an answer. Get up, stand strong, and do for you. And make people listen. There's hope out there. Don't let people tell you there's not help out there, because I found help with the DDR. And it was really the last place I would have thought to look. I was just venting to my friends about what I was going through, and they stood up and helped me. So there's help out there. Don't accept that there's not. Don't accept limitations. Don't accept people telling you negative things. Blow them off, their haters.
That's right.
Move forward all on your own. If somebody don't like what you do, so what? Turn around and walk away. They're not the ones that are for you. So, yeah, that's what I would like to tell you, ladies. Damn that, and stand up on your own.
Well, thank you so much, Cecelia. We'll be wrapping up. Say bye.
Bye.